Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we re-talking about something huge. A concrete plan to get you on the path to financial freedom by 2026. I know. It sounds like a big goal, but stay with me. The next couple of years can literally change your life if you're strategic. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about building a solid, sustainable foundation for your wealth. So, grab a notebook, get ready to take some notes, and let's map out your journey to financial freedom. First things first, let us talk about the single most powerful thing you can do to boost your income potential. Learn one high-income skill. The world is changing fast, and the skills that are in demand today might not be the same ones in demand tomorrow. But some areas consistently pay well because they solve expensive problems for businesses. Think about digital marketing, coding, sales, copywriting, UI, UX design, or data analysis. You don't need to go back to school for 4 years. There are incredible online courses, boot camps, and certifications that can get you skilled up in a matter of months, not years. Imagine spending the next 6 months dedicating a few hours each week to learning how to code a website or run profitable Facebook ads. By the end of this year, you could be freelancing on the side or even apply for a new higher-paying job. The key is to pick one skill and go deep. Don't try to learn 5 things at once. Become a specialist in one area. That's what makes you valuable. The initial investment of your time will pay you back tenfold, I promise. This is step 1 because it dramatically increases the amount of money you have to work with for all the other steps. More income means more fuel for your financial engine. Alright, step 2 is a mindset shift that is absolutely crucial. You need to save money before you spend it. I know we've all heard pay yourself first, but are you actually doing it? Most people get their paycheck, pay their bills, buy what they want, and then see what's left over to save. We're going to flip that script completely out. From now on, the moment your paycheck hits your bank account, the very first transaction you make is a transfer to your savings account. Set up an automatic transfer for the day after you get paid. Decide on a percentage. Maybe it's 10%, 15%, or 20% of your income. Whatever it is, make it automatic. This way you're not relying on willpower. The money's gone before you even have a chance to think about spending it. You'll be amazed at how you naturally adjust your spending to what's left in your checking account. This simple habit forces you to live on less and prioritizes your future self. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making your financial goals a non-negotiable part of your budget. It's the most reliable way to build up your savings consistently over time. Now that you're earning more and saving more, it's time for step 3. Invest money every single month. Savings are for security, but investments are for growth. Money sitting in a savings account is actually losing value over time because of inflation. We need to put that money to work. Don't be intimidated by investing. You don't need to be a Wall Street genius to get started. In fact, the simplest strategies are often the most effective. For most people, a great place to start is with low-cost index funds or ETFs. These are funds that track a broad market index like the S&P 500. By buying into one of these, you're instantly diversified across hundreds of the largest companies. The strategy is called dollar cost averaging. It just means you invest a fixed amount of money every month, regardless of whether the market is up or down. Sometimes you'll buy high, sometimes you'll buy low, but over time, it averages out and reduces your risk. Open a brokerage account. There are so many great low-fee options out there. Set up an automatic investment, just like you did with your savings. Maybe it's $100 a month. Maybe it's $1,000. The amount is less important than the consistency. By 2026, you won't just have a pile of cash. You'll have an asset that is growing and generating wealth for you even while you sleep. That's the magic of compounding, and the sooner you start, the more powerful it becomes. Okay, let's move on to the final piece of the puzzle. It's a game changer. Create at least one extra income source. Relying on a single paycheck from a 9-to-5 job is risky. What happens if you get laid off? What if your industry gets disrupted? Having multiple streams of income gives you security and accelerates your path to financial freedom. This is where that high-income skill we talked about earlier really comes into play. If you learn digital marketing, you could start a small agency managing social media for local businesses. If you learn to code, you can build websites for clients on the weekend. But it doesn't even have to be that complex. Your extra income source could be anything. Maybe you love pets, so you start a dog walking or pet sitting business in your neighborhood. Maybe you're great at organizing, so you offer your services as a home organizer. You could sell products online, start a blog or a YouTube channel about a passion of yours, or even rent out a spare room. The goal here isn't necessarily to make another full-time salary right away. Even an extra $500 a month can make a massive difference. That's an extra $6,000 a year you can pour directly into your investments, speeding up your timeline dramatically. Brainstorm a list of things you're good at or enjoy doing, and figure out how you can monetize one of them. Start small, test the idea, and build from there. By 2026, this side hustle could be a significant contributor to your income. So let's recap the 2026 plan. First, learn one high-income skill to boost your earning power. Second, pay yourself first by automating your savings. Third, invest consistently every single month, no matter what. And fourth, build at least one additional stream of income. None of these steps are rocket science, but putting them all together is incredibly powerful. This is a 2-year marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, but if you commit to this plan, your financial situation in 2026 will look radically different from today. You'll be in control, you'll have momentum, and you'll be well on your way to true financial freedom. Deep into a topic that's on everyone's mind: how to build real, lasting wealth and achieve financial freedom, specifically looking ahead to 2026. The world is changing fast, and the old rules of just getting a job and saving a little don't want to quite cut it anymore. So, if you're serious about changing your financial future, stick around, because we're breaking down the actionable steps you can start taking right now. First things first, let's talk about the foundation of all wealth building: your income. And the single most powerful way to boost your income is to master one high-paying skill. I'm not talking about a hobby. I'm talking about a skill that the market desperately needs and is willing to pay a premium for. Think about fields like artificial intelligence, data science, digital marketing, software development, or even specialized trades like high-end welding or electrical work for green energy projects. The key here is to look at where the demand is headed, not where it is right now. By 2026, the technological landscape will be even more advanced. So do your research. Look at job trend reports. See what skills are consistently listed with high salary ranges. Once you've identified a skill, you need to go all in. This means online courses, certifications, boot camps, whatever it takes to become not just good, but exceptional. Becoming a master in a high-demand field is like giving yourself a permanent raise. It's the most direct path to increasing your earning potential, which is the fuel for everything else we're about to discuss. Don't just be a generalist. Be the specialist everyone wants to hire. This is your offensive strategy in the game of wealth. Now for the defensive strategy, and honestly, this might be even more important. It's a concept you've probably heard before, but I want you to truly internalize it. Pay yourself first. What does this actually mean? It means the moment your paycheck hits your bank account, before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries, before you even think about that new gadget you want, a portion of that money goes directly into your savings and investment accounts. This is a fundamental shift in mindset. Most people spend first and then save whatever's left over, which is often nothing. Wealthy people save first and then live on what's left. It's about prioritizing your future self over your present self's fleeting desires. The easiest way to do this is to automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or brokerage account for the day after you get paid. Start with a number that feels slightly uncomfortable, but whoa, and break you maybe 10 or 15% of your income. As your income grows, you increase that percentage. This single habit, a simple automated transfer, is the bedrock of financial discipline. It ensures you're consistently building your nest egg without relying on willpower, which we all know can fail us. Okay, so you're earning more and you're automatically saving. Fantastic. But just letting that money sit in a standard savings account is a losing game because of inflation. Your money is actually losing purchasing power every single day. This is where we put your money to work. We need to invest it. And the most accessible and proven way for most people to build long-term wealth is by consistently investing in the stock market. Now, I know the stock market can sound intimidating. You hear stories of people losing everything. But we're not talking about day trading or trying to pick the next hot stock. We're talking about a disciplined, long-term strategy. The simplest way to start is with low-cost index funds, or ETFs, which are exchange-traded funds. Think of an S&P 500 index fund, for example. By buying into one of these, you're not betting on a single company. You're buying a tiny piece of the 500 largest companies in the US. You're diversifying your risk instantly. The strategy here is called dollar cost averaging. It means you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, say $500 every month, regardless of what the market is doing. When the market is high, your money buys fewer shares. When the market is down, your money buys more shares. Over time, this averages out your purchase price and removes the emotion and guesswork from trying to time the market, which almost nobody can do successfully. The key is consistency. For years and decades, you set it, you automate it, and you let the power of compound interest work its magic. Your money starts earning money, and then that money starts earning more money. It's the most powerful force in finance, and it's how fortunes are built. So far, we've upgraded your skills to increase your main income, and we're consistently investing a portion of it. Now, it's time to supercharge your wealth-building journey by building multiple income streams. I cannot stress this enough. In the economy of 2026 and beyond, relying on a single paycheck from one employer is one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in. A layoff, a company downturn, an industry shift, any of these could wipe out your only source of income overnight. You need to build redundancy. You need a financial safety net woven from different threads. This means developing both active and passive income streams. Let's start with active income, which is often a side hustle. This is something you actively work on in your spare time. This could be freelance writing, graphic design, consulting in your area of expertise, driving for a rideshare service, or starting a small e-commerce store. Your side hustle not only brings in extra cash to accelerate your investments, but can also be a testing ground for a potential full-time business down the road. It diversifies your income and your skills. Then you have the holy grail, passive income. This is money you earn with minimal active effort to maintain it. Your stock market investments are a form of passive income through dividends and growth. Other examples include earning royalties from a book or a course you created once, rental income from a property, or ad revenue from a YouTube channel or blog that you've built up. Building passive income streams takes a lot of work up front, but once they're established, they generate cash flow for you while you sleep. The goal is to have your passive income streams eventually grow to a point where they can cover all your living expenses. That, my friends, is the true definition of financial freedom. The final piece of this puzzle is a crucial shift in mindset. You must stop thinking in terms of days, weeks, or even months. You must start thinking in terms of years and decades. Building wealth is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times when the stock market crashes. There will be times when your side hustle isn't making any money. There will be times when you feel like you're not making any progress. This is normal. The people who succeed are the ones who stay the course. They don't panic sell their investments during a downturn. They see it as a buying opportunity. They don't give up on their business after a few setbacks. They learn, pivot, and keep pushing forward. Overnight success is a myth. What you see as overnight success is almost always the result of years of quiet, unglamorous, consistent hard work. Embrace the long game. Create a financial plan and stick to it. Review it once or twice a year, but don't obsess over daily fluctuations. Celebrate small wins along the way to stay motivated, but always keep your eyes on that long-term vision of financial freedom. Patience and consistency are your superpowers. They will beat talent and luck every single time over the long run. So let's recap the blueprint for 2026. 1. Master a high-paying, in-demand skill to maximize your primary income. 2. Pay yourself first by automating your savings and investments. Make it non-negotiable. 3. Consistently invest that money for the long term in diversified, low-cost index funds or ETFs. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. 4. Build multiple income streams. Stop relying on one paycheck and create a financial safety net with side hustles and passive income. And 5. Adopt a long-term mindset. Be patient, be consistent, and trust the process. See, this isn't rocket science, but it does require discipline and a commitment to your future self. The journey to financial freedom starts today with the small decisions you make. Start learning that skill, set up that automatic transfer, and make your first small investment. The you of 2026 and the you of 2036 will thank you for it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building wealth and living a better life. Let me know in the comments which step you're going to start with first. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.